were all bummed out by the Adult Swim thing, and that they kind of didn't, they weren't gonna bring back Metalocalypse, and I read that, they didn't want to put up the money, so you found these backers who were going to raise $2 million to make this thing happen, and they still said no.
They said like a hard no. Yeah.
Wow.
There wasn't even any debate on the table.
There was no debate.
There
was not even a return phone call. It was a hard no.
That's so bizarre.
It was real, about as hard as you could possibly get. It's about as hard of a no as you could possibly get, which is kind of strange. Look, show business is show business. I can't really complain about it. What I need to do, what's important for me to live my creative life, is to stand back and look and go, hey, I had a pretty good run at this show. This show didn't exist, and someone was going to probably do this show before me, and they were going to screw it up in some way. So I'm glad I got there first, and I'm glad I did it the way that I thought it needed to be done. So I'm lucky, any way you slice it. I wanted to end it in a way, and they were kind of, it's basically like a crappy relationship at the end where we should probably break up.
Yeah.
But they kept on dangling the idea of doing this thing in front of me. So I was like, okay. And then dangling other TV show ideas and stuff like that. And I thought, well, everything I want to do is not necessarily an Adult Swim show right now with what they're doing. And so I said, look, all I really care about doing is wrapping this show up. That's all. I mean, if you're going to call me, this is all I care about. Yeah. This is about maybe a year and a half ago I said that. So I go, I don't know if I'm going to pitch any other shows or anything else, because I just don't think I'm on the Adult Swim wavelength right now. With what I want to do, I want to do stuff it's like metal. I mean, look, what I like about Metalocalypse is character driven, big world. Music is an important component, and it really is about if the music sucked, the show would probably be okay. But if the characters sucked, the show wouldn't be okay. So I want to make sure I have strong characters and good story to tell.
Yeah,
you know what I
mean?
I
agree with that for sure.
And and for me, as being a music student and all that stuff, what a great opportunity for me to be able to cram a bunch of music in there and turn it into its own thing. So that's all I really want to do, and it's character stuff, and they're not really interested in the same thing I'm interested in. So I said, okay, I just want to do this stuff. Then they called me like 6 months later and said, hey, we think we got money for a finale. And then that kind of fizzled out too. They couldn't raise enough money, and I thought, well,
if you raise your own money,
if we have people who would basically acquire the license and let Adult Swim air it first, blah blah blah, all this, whatever happened, whatever we tried to do was all really good work, and the fans really stepped up, and all these people tweeted and all kinds of stuff. What I think really happened was they drove Adult Swim insane, and I think Adult Swim, for some reason, I don't know why, I think they took it personally. That
the
all
Metalocalypse
these fans,
Now campaign.
I think they took it very personally. And the truth was that people were saying, like, hey, what the hell? Where's our show? We're here for this show.
Sure.
Can you give it to us? We're going to watch it like crazy. And they said no. They said no. I think somebody's thin-skinned and somebody got their feelings hurt. That's. I think it boils down to something that simple.